Millions of dollars worth of synthetic drugs now off the streets tonight.
They were confiscated on Wednesday during a statewide raid called Operation Red Tide.
In this video, you see one of the Birmingham businesses federal officers raided. DEA agents loaded up an SUV with bags of confiscated material and computers. Evidence suggests the profits from the sales of many of these synthetic drugs are being used to support terror groups in the Middle East. We wondered who's buying these synthetic drugs. Federal agents tell us they are most popular in the 15 to 25-year-old age group. Caitlin McCauley joins us in the newsroom with some disturbing information on just how easy it is for teens to get their hands on these drugs.
Sherry, even if individual stores are caught selling spice or synthetic marijuana, that's only one way teenagers can buy them. From what I can tell, it looks pretty simple to order this stuff online. Take a look at this. I'm going to turn around and show you. It's just as simple as a Google search. You can type in buy K2 online, there we go, and look at all of these options that come up. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Here's buy bath salts online. I'm going to wait for that to load. You can see all of this on here. $18 for a concentrated version, marijuana right here. And what's really interesting is this packaging. I'm going to see if I can make it bigger here. So you can see that part of what they're advertising is the fact that the packaging doesn't have any kind of label on it. So if a child got it in the mail, their parents wouldn't necessarily notice it. Now, DEA spokesman Rusty Payne says parents need to do everything they can to make sure their children stay away from these drugs.
So parents have to really tighten the screws. Get on your kids' social media networks. Know what they're doing, know what they're getting in the mail, know who they're hanging out with, know what goes on after school at the house, and talk to them and make sure they're not messing around with this stuff.
And according to health experts, synthetic drugs that mimic the effects of marijuana on the brain are much more dangerous than marijuana itself. The Poison Control Center at Children's of Alabama has received 20 emergency calls related to these drugs so far this year.
A lot of them were reporting agitation, tremors, confusion, hallucinations, paranoia, whereas marijuana usually lasts about 3 to 4 hours. After 3 or 4 hours, the symptoms just become more exaggerated with a lot of these synthetic products.
And of the cases reported to the Regional Poison Control Center at Children's of Alabama, 76% of the patients were male. Dr. Slattery tells me in some cases, 16-year-old boys have had heart attacks as a result of using these drugs. Sherry?
As Caitlin said, these synthetic drugs can be very dangerous, particularly for young people. That's why there's a nationwide effort to eliminate them. To learn more about the raids conducted here locally on Wednesday and across the country, go to CBS42.com.